When Aspen Ladd signed with the PFL as a free agent, she was excited to compete in the promotion's season-long format where the winner earns a $1 million grand prize. She came up short in her first bid to become a PFL champion during the 2023 season, but the 29-year-old UFC veteran was excited to try again in 2024, especially after learning that a whole new roster of fighters would be jumping into the fray at 145 pounds. This past November, the PFL closed a deal to acquire Bellator MMA along with all of the fighters, which included a slew of women's featherweights and champion Chris Cyborg. But rather than put the top 8 fighters in another season-long format, PFL dropped the women's featherweights in favor of introducing a women's flyweight season instead. I was definitely disappointed, Ladd told MMA Fighting in reaction to the PFL's decision, because I did my first season with them, so going into the next one, well, we know how everything works. We know how this is. I'm used to this format. Then bam, it changes again. So this is more back to the one-off fights like when I was in the UFC basically. But it's still different because I don't know what next year's going to hold. I don't know what we're building towards. I don't know if they're combining. So I'm taking it one fight at a time. That's my full, complete focus, and we'll see where it goes from there. Bellator Paris on Friday, Ladd faces Ekaterina Shakalova, an 8-1 prospect who made her Bellator debut this past August. Ladd can't control what happens past that date, although she wishes there was a little more clarification about what happens afterward. All signs have pointed towards a champion versus champion fight between PFL's Larissa Pacheco and Bellator's Chris Cyborg, but no deal has been struck just yet. That fight started gaining steam after Kayla Harrison bolted from the PFL and signed with the UFC. Ladd doesn't know if there's a plan in place for a PFL champion at 145 pounds and a Bellator champion at 145 pounds, or if the entire division is just being combined into one group.